All right, here we go. Well, happy Monday, guys. So I'm excited to be here with my partner in crime here, Jamie Mercer. And we are your NMDs that host the Jackpot Call. We've not had anyone new added yet, but we are definitely about to kick some of you to the curb and let you travel on to the next group. So no one yet this week after talking with the NMDs, but we have so many that have qualified your business, and we are so proud of you. And really what we want to define that jackpot business as is how we taught you guys to look at your column 6 and be self-qualified, because many of you are bringing in new team, and when you promote them to VF, we don't want you to fall back out of qualification. We want you to be solid moving forward. So tonight, we are going to train you on something that I think Jamie is a master at. And I say that because she trained me and I learned from the best, and I followed what my sponsor told me. And that was have a DMO, no matter what that looks like. And so I'm going to turn it over to her while I'm bringing up the mission-driven model. And we're just going to chat with you guys. And we want interaction. We want you to talk about this. You know, are you planning? And take it away, Jamie.
So we've actually spent the last 2 weeks talking about building or sharing your story. How do you share your story? And I just want to reiterate that is the foundational part of everything we do. And we're teaching you guys, but we're teaching the teachers. So as you are out there starting up new reps, you got to know that starting or having a good short story that you're comfortable with is the foundation. So many of you have posted in our Facebook group, which is so fun. And so if you have not, yes, we're moving on. We're talking about DMO because what DMO is daily method of operation. And that means what do you do on a daily basis to move your business forward? And it really is it's the driving force behind getting to those next levels. You have to touch your business every day. And you've probably heard people say that. And so if, however, you're still not comfortable sharing your story, that is something you still want to get comfortable at. So we encourage you to go out, and I'm just going to take a break for just a second. And we encourage you to go out again last week and share that story with 10 people, whether it be people you want to just get some critiquing from or people you really want to share Juice Plus with. How did that feel? Was it hard? Was it easy? Who did it? What were your challenges? We want some interaction here because you learn from each other. This is where we push you. This is where
a couple of you shared this last week. So, and a couple of them did share that last week. So, anybody else?
Anybody new? Anybody? Even if you didn't get 10, maybe you did 1, maybe you did 2, because I'm going to wait a second. Anybody want to say anything?
I think that the people that I shared it with they were honest, but probably not great at critiquing. One was my mom. And so of course she's going to be supportive regardless, but it was a lot of maybe perfect, don't say too many times, things like that. So that was really on my list, and I ran out of time this week to redo my story. But I just need to get better at it and just be more comfortable. So I think that is my goal. I already wrote it down. Get comfortable with it, perfect it.
Practice. When you're driving down the road, say it. You can between, in a 2-mile time period, you could say it 10 times. You just want it to naturally flow off your tongue, just like the alphabet does. A, B, C, D, F, G. Like that's what you want your story just to flow off simple. Because when we go into DMO, so daily method of operation is what do you do every day to touch your business? How do you move it forward? You've heard the saying that sounds cliche, but it's true. Plan your work and work your plan. Or people don't plan to fail. They fail to plan. Nobody signs their distributor application saying, I'm going to fail. If you sign it, you in the back of your mind want success. You want to earn that $500 a month, or you want to make it to NMD and get those benefits. And so what does that look like is making a plan to get there. So I love to talk about DMO because I, like many of you, I'm a very, very busy, have a very, very full schedule. As a national marketing director, I still work full time at my job, and I'm a single mom of 3 children. So you can imagine what my world looks like. It's just chaos, like literally. I mean, some Some days are better than others, but just like many of you and I hear people say, I'm too busy to do this. I can honestly look someone in the eyes and say, I swear you're not busier than me. Come and step in my shoes. Like, it's crazy. I play the piano at church every Sunday. I direct the choir. I'm a single mom. Like, my schedule is full. However, when I plan my Juice Plus week, it is amazing what I can get done. When I don't plan my Juice Plus week, it's Sunday night, and then all of a sudden it's Saturday, and I said, I didn't get crap done. Like, that was terrible, because if I don't plan it, it doesn't get done. And that's not only with Juice Plus, that's for everything in our lives, right? So for me, I'm going to tell you what works for me, and it's not a black and white system, because you have to make what works for you, right? But I'm going to have Karen screen share something first. And we've been sharing from what we call the mission-driven model. And if you don't know that website, it's www.missiondrivenmodel.info. We love, love, love this website because there's so much stuff in it. Under the building your customer base, you see all those tabs. We're going to go to DMO, right? So Karen's clicking on DMO.
I did click.
Okay. So this is the DMO planner. This is what, and I like this because it does help you, especially, you know, all of you who are trying to build a jackpot business. And then when people are, you know, new and trying to figure out what you're supposed to do, I like this because it's a really, really nice guide. But like I said, it's not black and white. So actually it is kind of black and white, but you can mix it up a little bit. So what this is saying is every day of the week, you pick 2 people in each of these categories, right? So 2 new people who are on your memory jogger that you've never ever talked to that you want to share with Juice Plus, 2 people a day. And then you're going to do 2 follow-ups. So 2 people who you've shared with in the past that you need to follow up with, finding out what'd you like best about the video? Are you ready to get started? Okay. Then you're going to do 2 customers. So people who are already on Juice Plus, you're checking in to see how it's going. Then you're going to connect with 2 team members. You may or may not have 2 team members. So that's what I'm saying. This is a guide of what is the high payoff activity. If you have 30 minutes in a day, what can you do to make that maximize your time, right? And I say this to myself all the time. When I'm thinking about activity, I'll get like on Facebook, right? I'm like, this is not high payoff activity unless I specifically know what 2 people I want to send a video to, get on, do it in 30 seconds, and I'm off, right? So this is high payoff activity, contacting new people, following up with your prospects, following up with your customers, and working with your new team. So the first 4 are the high payoff activity. The next one is events, which is extremely high payoff. So planning, looking ahead and knowing maybe it's big events that are coming up. Maybe you're going to have a potluck in your home that you need to build for. Maybe you're going to have a Shred 10 event that you're going to build for. It's looking ahead, knowing what events are coming up and making an invitation list to plan for that event. 3-way calls. This is the coolest thing, because I think so many people don't do 3-way calls, but the people who does the most 3-way calls wins and gets to national marketing director the fastest. And that is getting either a prospect. So maybe you share Juice Plus with someone and they have a ton of questions and you're just terrified to answer because you don't know. You're going to say, you know what, I'm new, or you know what, I'm not sure, but I want to get you on the phone with my sponsor. You get them on your phone with your upline senior sales coordinator or Q or national marketing director. All 3 of you together, they can answer those questions. And then when you hear them answer the questions, you'll be able to answer them the next time, right? So 3-way calls. And then at the bottom are the non-payoff, high payoff activities. It can be, but you can't get sucked in, right? So social media, checking boxers, and then of course you want to grow your own personal growth. Okay, so what I mean when this isn't black and white is you can mix up the numbers. So maybe you're starting off and you want to go build a customer qualified business this month. So that top line, maybe you want to do 4 new people a day, and if you're doing 4 new people a day, you definitely want to do 4 follow-ups. But maybe you don't have, maybe you only have 7 or 8 or 10 or 12 customers. Well, you can, you're obviously not going to keep calling them every single day. How you doing? So you can make this fit your schedule, make it work for you. Another way you can do it is maybe you take Monday, and Monday is your day where you connect with all the new people. So set a goal though. You have to set a goal. I'm going to contact 12 new people this week and tell them about Juice Plus. And you do all of those on Monday. And then Tuesday is all of your follow-up. And you follow up with everybody that you've ever shared Juice Plus with. Wednesday, you're going to take care of your customers. Thursday, you're promoting events. So you can do it like that too, just as long as every single day you're touching your business. Which I love that. I love that way too. Sometimes I do that. However, again, at the beginning of the week, whether you do it on a Sunday night or a Monday morning, you want to write it down, what your plan is for each day. Not that you're just going to call 2 people, but who are those 2 people? Write them down. Who are those 5 people on Monday? Write them down. Because when you write it down, then you're more likely to do it. And there is something extremely powerful when you get to the end of the week and you can look back on that plan and you see all of those check marks of all of that stuff you did and you're like, damn, I'm good. Like, it's awesome. It's a great feeling to have accomplished something every single day and touch your business. When you do that, you're going to grow. So just to kind of piggyback on sharing your story, that's why we started with that. We want that video. We want that selfie video perfect. Because that's part of your daily method of operation. Sometimes I'll tell my team it's called a daily doable. How many of those videos can you send out in a day? You know, if it's already recorded, you could send out 5 videos in 1 minute. Not kidding. Like, you can touch a lot of people in a short period of time. So when people say I got a full schedule, I'm telling you, if your video's already done, you can be sitting in the school pickup line and talk to 5 people before your kids get in the car. You have to, and when you hear people say they do this business in stolen moments, that's what they're talking about. They're not talking about just winging it and just like flying by the seat of their pants. It's maximizing every single minute of the day. They've already got it planned. They know what 5 people they want to talk to. They have 5 minutes. So by golly, boom, it's done. So you can get a lot done in a little period of time. That's what I'm saying. So go back, Karen, to the main page. So you guys can print this off, or you can use your planner, whatever it is, your passion planner or whatever you have, and on Monday, write down those names. On Tuesday, write down those names. I mean, that's what I do. I don't actually use this form. I actually write it down in my planner because I don't want extra pieces of paper. So this week for homework, I'm going to show you a couple things. The second video here that's by Deanna Christofferson, we want you to watch it. It's 26 minutes, okay? And we will share this video into our team Facebook page. And in the comments of it, we want you to comment 2 things that you learned. Because this is all about skill sets, right? So we want you to comment 2 things that you learned that maybe you didn't know, or something that really stuck out to you, or something that's profound to you. The other thing we want you to do, which Karen and I both did right at the very beginning of our businesses when we started, was we created what they call an organizational workbook. And I still have mine. And there's a tab here. And if you click on it, Karen, can you open it? I think it should pull up all the other. There you go. So you're going to get a binder and some tabs. And it's going to tell you, like at that top where it says click here to print all the forms, if you click that, it's going to print everything, the blank form of everything that you would put in that binder, and then you're going to put it in behind the tabs. And what that's going to do is just help keep you organized. In this binder, you can also put like your PVC reports that you're printing at the end of the month, or as the month goes on. So you're watching your qualification, you're watching what your teams are doing, you're watching for promotions. Just a great place to keep everything instead of scattered all over your desk. And I hear that all the time. I need to get organized, Jamie. I need to get organized. How do I get my stuff together? Well, this is it, an organizational workbook. So we want you to watch the video, and we want you to put together an organizational workbook. And I think when you do that, you're going to feel really super empowered. That you know what you're going to do, and you're going to go get it done. Because if you want to build a jackpot business, you have to be intentional. Karen, you want to add anything?
have to unmute myself. I want to get back to everybody's faces. I like seeing nodding and yes and no and hand raising. So I know a lot of you, and hopefully all of you here, everyone figured out, right? Because I saw a lot of posts. Everyone knew how many trios they needed in order to get complete, right? For qualification. Yay. Yes. Okay. So how many of you were now not necessarily self-qualified, how many of you were a qualified business this month? Raise your hand. Ashley, Gina, yay. Larry, Heather. Anybody else?
Good job, you guys.
Awesome. Awesome, you guys. So what we want you to do is, I had told you that very first call, if you remember, I told you the wrong report, but that's actually, or I had posted how to find your end of the month because I had told you the wrong way. And so I actually posted a video that first week on how to get your end of the month. And so it's not ready yet because today was qualifiers day. It's once payroll runs. So even though you can get to that, if you look close at the date, it's probably going to give you August. So look about, I would say maybe Thursday or Friday. That report is so important. You want to know where you ended, even if you were not qualified yet, because hopefully you had more orders throughout this month, right? I mean, a lot of you got way more solidified in your qualification, or you're bringing on new team and you want to know how many they have. And that's part of your DMO is, you're moving on as a leader and it's your responsibility to know where you are. And this is the other thing that I think has always helped my business be a success is I'm accountable to me. It's not Jamie's job to run my reports and tell me where I'm at. It's not Jamie's job to say, oh, Karen, you're so close. Although she does, it's great to have that second pair of eyes. I always print those reports and I know where I'm at. And I think when you map well, it's easy to succeed because I could say, when I was going for NMD, I know, Karen Johnson's on this call. She was on my team at that time. I literally could tell you every single day how many trios my team needed. Like the whole month of September we were going. Like say it's September 20th. What do you guys need? Okay, well we need X amount of PVC that equals out to. And I had on my board for them how many trios that was, how many pay in full shakes that was, how many premium orders that was. And it was so easy to hit those goals because I knew what I was doing. But that's DMO. Okay. So whatever that looks like for you, like Jamie said, maybe it's Monday, it's customer care. One thing that I think on there, it's social media that I would love to see you guys do in this group is come into the Healthy Living Club. The Healthy Living Club is not for NMDs or QNMDs or SSCs to be posting recipes. I mean, it is for all of us to interact. And here's the thing, a little social media tip. If you don't post in that group, your customers will never see it, period. That's the way the Facebook algorithm runs. So I really want to challenge you this week, and I know you have that separate homework, but I would love to see you guys go in because that's part of your customer care. Maybe there's a great recipe on sweet potatoes and your customer, Jamie, loves it. Tag them underneath. Oh, Jamie, I know you were looking for sweet potato ideas. Maybe your customer loves to run and you see someone put some kind of fitness thing in. Oh my gosh, Karen, tag them underneath. I know you have that race coming up. Have you seen this? And then more people see it, more people interact. That's part of having a successful business as well, is customer care is interaction with our customers, not just, hey, did you get your shipment? Hey, your shipment's on the way. That is not customer care. Customer care is, involving them in your plans every day. So we got just like 5 minutes left. So we definitely want to always leave time for you guys to ask questions. Anything that, as you close the month that was confusing. Hopefully, if you were not on the call with John Blair, you go back and listen because I want you to hear him say the very first sentence out of his mouth practically, we do not buy our way to qualification. The FTC is getting really, really, really strict about that. And so they're starting to call reps. When you put in your own order on qualifiers day, they're going to call you and they're going to say, oh, did your family expand? I see you pay in full trio. And it's like, no, because we know that we want to do this by customers. We're teaching you guys how to go out there and get customers. So any questions about closing your month or what you need to move forward in the next couple weeks to get to that jackpot? You probably have to unmute yourself if you want to ask a question, or you can type it in if you don't want to unmute. Nothing? Oh, guys, come on. Nothing at all. Okay, well, if there's no questions, that means that I am expecting a lot of jackpot businesses. I can't wait to go back to your uplines and say, guess what? They're all ready in 2 weeks. They're all going to have a jackpot because they all shared the shred. And
so it's Monday night, so it's not too late. Sit down after this call and make your plan for the rest of the week and watch the magic happen.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be, you know, like Jamie said, Sunday night. I do everything on Mondays. That's a good day for me. My kids go off to school. I get a little quiet time in the morning. I know I'm going to have phone calls, so I have always stuck around the house. If you're week to week, if you have a day off every Thursday, make your plan from Thursday to Thursday. It doesn't matter, but you have to make a plan. Okay? All right. We're going to drop that video in there, so be sure and watch it. Okay? And like Jamie said, comment underneath what, you know, 2 things, like maybe you didn't know that skill, or maybe like, ooh, yikes, I need to refresh that skill. Okay. So
Awesome.
stop the
Have a good
recording.
night.